Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. Sarah Beth here. So in today's video, as you can see, this is going to be a Louise Carmen video. I got my journal on Thursday and I'm so excited to show it off. I absolutely love it. And what led me to get a Louise Carmen is I actually went down an internet rabbit hole this past Saturday. I wanted a passport-sized traveler's notebook. My boyfriend and I went to a national park recently and they had a stamping station there and I didn't have any of my notebooks with me and I was just so sad. Here in the US, like stamping stations are virtually non-existent, at least in the part of the country that I'm in. So when I finally came across one and then I had no notebook, it was like wah wah. So I don't want to repeat that. I set out to get a passport size traveler's notebook, one that can live in my purse and camera bag. I had gone to Galen Leather because that's where, my original traveler's notebook is from. Didn't really kind of liked one that I put together, but I wasn't in love with it. Paper Republic I went to as well. And then Travelers Company I went to, but Travelers was out of everything and I don't really like the current colors they have. They're too neutral for me. I'm not really a neutral girl. I need color in my life. That's why I went with the Galen Leather for my Traveler's notebook in the first place, because it's purple. I solely bought from them because they had a purple journal and pink ribbon. I shop for color apparently. So I wasn't fully in love with everything that I was seeing, so I went to Louise Carmen. I've heard of them. Some of the people I follow on YouTube have one. And it was love at first sight when I went to their website because their journals are so colorful. They have neutral ones, obviously, but then they have color. And I absolutely love it. And funny enough, I ended up with the Roadbook. It is obviously not a passport size, so my hunt for a passport size traveler's notebook continues. But when I saw this on their website, I immediately fell in love with the Roadbook. I think I like the name of it. I like the size of it. I just had to have it. And then it came in pink. Pink and purple and black are my favorite colors. So I just had to get it. I absolutely adore it. And then my boyfriend offered to buy it for me for our anniversary. And I couldn't be happier. I didn't do any embossings. I just went with one simple charm on the front and nothing on the side because it's expensive. He loves me and all, but if I would have given him the price for all the engravings and additional charms, I don't think he loves me that much. So I just went with this, and it was kind of funny when it got here and I showed it to him. He was so confused by the charm on the front. He was like, why did they put a broken piece of jewelry on your expensive journal? It didn't make any sense to him. And I didn't dare tell him how much that broken looking charm is either. But I couldn't be happier. I will go back and buy the portfolio for this. It's just too expensive. If I would have gotten the portfolio and the charms, more than one charm, we would probably be looking at close to $400. It was kind of crazy. So I just went with the Roadbook. I got 3 inserts with it. I did the dot grid, I did the blank one, and I did the black. No idea what I'm going to use this for. I just it looked cool. I was intrigued by it. So it's not going to live in the journal for the time being because I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. I just liked it. And I didn't even notice that at first. Even the writing on it is black on black. I don't know if the camera picks that up. Whereas these ones, it's gold. So yeah, that's cool. I didn't notice that at first. I like the black on black. And then I guess they had some promotion going on. So I did get a free insert. So I got 4 in total. And I think this is the dot grid. I'm taking French right now, so I left the website mostly in French when I was looking around to test my skills to see how well I can read. And apparently it's not very well because I had no idea that this was coming. I apparently missed that offer altogether, but it was okay. It was a pleasant surprise when it got here. And what I'm going to be using this for, because I have 3 notebooks in here. The top one I plan on using as like a idea journal. Anytime I get ideas of what I want to do, anything I need to write out and kind of think through, that's what I'm going to use this for. I heard somebody else call it like a thought garden or an idea garden. I thought that was kind of cool. So like when I go back and forth on which camera lens I want to get and things like that, I can kind of write it all out to help, you know, determine what I want. This one I am going to be using for my weekend updates. I had originally been doing my weekend updates last year, my traveler's notebook, but when I switched over to Hobonichi and the cousin, because I had to have the Tamagotchi cover, and then I had no choice but to get a cousin, so I've been kind of dealing with using that. I stopped doing my weekend updates, and I just don't really enjoy the writing experience with the Hobonichi. I'll probably do a separate video on that. So I do look forward to getting back into here for my weekend updates, and I love how it's a little bit wider than the Travelers. I think it's going to be perfect for my pictures, because sometimes the Travelers is just too narrow for the pictures I want to use and whatnot. So that's what I'm going to be using this one for. And then the last notebook I got is Sterling ink. I saw another lady on YouTube, she mentioned that Sterling ink has a 5 slim notebooks. So I went ahead and picked one up. They were all out of like the, you know, like the booklet style. So I decided I wanted this one anyways, because if I'm using it for morning pages, it's gonna last a lot longer, because I got the 272 count, I think is what the page number is. So if I'm gonna be doing morning pages in here every day, that's gonna be like, after a couple years, I'm gonna have like hundreds of these size notebooks laying around if that's what I was gonna do my morning pages in. So I think the bigger notebook is the better choice. So that's what I'm gonna be using this with. I will say one thing that bugs me is when I have it open, the top notebook, like, it slides like that. I think it's just the way the bands are, so it's gonna be kind of a pain to write in, because if I write it flat, it's gonna look like that. Like, it just lays awkward. And it did that even when I just had the 3, you know, Louise Carmen inserts. I don't think it has anything to do with the notebook itself. I think it's just the name of the game with these leather journals and, you know, the elastics, because even this one I think does it. Yeah, you probably can't tell that much, but it does it in this one too, like when you go to write in it. Yeah, when you go to write in it, it kind of does it in this one too, but it's not like as bad. I believe I can live with that though. It's not like that big of a deal. It's not, you know, something Louise Carmen's at fault for. It's just the style of the notebook. But with this one being just for like ideas, I'm not going to be using it every day. And so when I do use it, if I have to take it out to write in it, like, it's not going to bug me. So I will live with that. And then when I use the other notebooks, I mean, it does the same thing, but it has you know, it's resting on this one, so it's a lot easier to write in, so I don't have to take this one out to write in, probably just the first one. And then this one is going to be the most comfortable to write in because it's resting on the other 2. That's why I put it in the back. I put the thickest in the back because it's going to give the best writing experience. And I will probably eventually redo the bands because I don't like the knot in the middle. My Galen leather doesn't do that either. Like the way they have, too many notebooks. Like the way the Galen leather is, none of my notebooks are on the band. Yeah, and as you can see, like there's the knot. So I think the way they do it, they just do one piece all the way through, and that's how none of them end up like on the knot. I know I was saying band a minute ago, but I meant like the knot. I did see another lady on YouTube that redid the ribbons on hers, and she got it to where it was just like my Galen leathers, to where none of the notebooks will be on that knot. And once I'm finally feeling brave enough, I will probably redo this, but for the time being, like, I can live with it. I don't want to mess with it. I also have to buy elastic, and I don't really want to buy elastic right now either. So that's going to be like a future task. Because I don't need 6 notebooks in here, and I did try to put it on the back bands that didn't have the knot, and the books kind of just lay awkward on those ones. I don't know if it's because it's like not enough distance between the top and the bottom for it to lay comfortably, but it just fit awkward when I put it on the back ones. I didn't have the knot, but that's okay. These are all things that I can live with. I will eventually, you know, sticker everything as well on my notebook covers. They did give me like the card with the spare ribbon, and this thing is kind of cute too. I'll probably glue that on one of the notebooks. And overall, I'm really excited. The purchase experience was really easy. I was a little nervous about ordering something in euros, and I didn't really see a lot of people talking about it. I checked with my bank to see if they had any conversion fees, and they didn't, so I went ahead and just purchased it, and it showed up on our account right away in like the US dollars, so I thought that was kind of cool, since I've never purchased something like in actual euros or any other currencies. I really had no idea how that was going to go, but it was actually super easy, hassle-free, and shipping was incredibly fast. I ordered this on a Saturday night, you know, US time, and it shipped by Monday, and I had it by Thursday, which I thought was kind of crazy because I ordered stationery from online that's shipping from New York on Saturday morning, and I still haven't gotten it, and it's, you know, 7 days later. So this notebook came in faster from France than my stationery order from New York has come in. I thought that was kind of funny. And then this bag, its days as a pouch is numbered. I will be ripping out these seams later and turning this into a zipper pouch. I feel like that's probably blasphemy to cut this bag up, but I know myself, I'm never going to use it as a dust bag. I don't even use dust bags for my purses, so using it for the journal, I know is like, it's not going to happen. And I think it's going to make a really cute zipper pouch. So I'm kind of excited to turn this into a zipper pouch. I'll have to show you guys when I'm done with it, and maybe I'll use it to keep my pens and ink cartridges and small items that I'm going to be using for my Louise Carmen and my Louise Carmen zipper pouch. So you'll have to stay tuned to see that. And yeah, that's all I got for you. My next video, I might do a time lapse of me doing the stickers on the notebook and finally, you know, finish setting it up. And I'll be doing another video on the progress of these 2 notebooks and my thoughts on this one. This notebook has been a love-hate relationship, all because I had to have that cover. But yeah, if you're still with me, thank you for watching, and if you want to see more from me, like and subscribe. I do my best to record videos on a regular basis, but life does get in the way sometimes, so hopefully I will be back on track with maybe weekly or bi-weekly videos. But yeah, enjoy your day. Take care. Thanks for watching.